Hey everyone, welcome. We are in Iceland doing our first day of trekking. We're out and about. We're doing the Golden Circle today, and we are at the Thingvellir National Park, and we are at the visitor center. It's not quite open yet, but we're gonna go check it out, and hopefully we'll go check out the Continental Divide that's here. And yeah, looking forward to it. It has been super pretty. It is super wet though and raining, and we're wearing layers. It's cold, it's windy, and hopefully I stay dry and warm, but we shall see. Hopefully the rain gear I got is adequate and efficient enough. If not, then I'm going to be cold and wet, but it's going to be worth it. The views already have been awesome. The way out here was really easy to follow, and the roads were great, so no issues there. But yeah, we're going to see if we can find this Continental Divide, and we'll show you what that looks like. This is the entranceway to Thingvellir National Park. Oh, is that another cave up there? You know me and caves.
Yeah.
I see a cave, I'm like, hey.
Over and exploring, and it's pretty nice.
Oh, seriously, you see what I'm talking about there? There's a black hole up there?
It is a cave. Don't fall.
Doesn't say him. They built the landing around this rock. Water's so peaceful, man.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the one word I could use to describe this place.
Well, it's not near as deep as I was thinking. This is the path down to Thingvellir Church, which is one of the oldest churches in all of Iceland. This area was consecrated back in the 11th century. This area is where Iceland's parliament met for hundreds of years, and these houses are the Prime Minister's summer quarters as well as the King's quarters. Well, the U.S. doesn't have a Prime Minister. After leaving the church, we headed back on the trail, going up to see Gullfoss waterfall. This is all the area heading up that way to go see the waterfall from the church. This is Gullfoss. This is the first waterfall that we saw in Iceland. This was a really nice surprise because I hadn't looked up what there was to see in Thingvellir National Park, so we just kind of stumbled across this, and I was honestly taken back by how beautiful it was, but also all the amount of ice that there was in mid-April.
Hey guys.
Alright, that was really nice though. I'd really like to climb up on top and see, that'd be awesome. I love just the water everywhere. Oh, that's pretty good. That felt so wet.
It's got a fallout feel to it.
Yeah, it does. This is the Thingvellir National Park Visitor Center. They have a museum in there and everything. You can go in there and check out a lot of the history of the national park before exploring it. Like the bathroom's like right there, and then you got like that beautiful mountain view right there. It was a bit awkward to film this. I kept waiting for people to leave the bathroom, and finally there was just one person washing their hands, so I was like, I have to go in and get this view to show you guys, because this was the best view I've ever seen from a bathroom. Like, honestly, it was just, it's breathtaking. So that was Thingvellir.
Thingvellir.
It was super pretty. definitely well worth checking out. There's a huge trail that takes you way back. There's the waterfalls.
Wow, aren't we excited?
There's so much more to see. I'm sure but we had to turn back around and come back to the car because we're on to the next stop. So anyway, definitely worth checking out. Absolutely beautiful. A lot more people showed up than I was thinking, considering the weather is like pretty crappy right now. But either way, it still was a lot of fun and exciting.
In 600 meters, continue straight onto Geysir.
After leaving Thingvellir National Park, we were on our way to go check out the geysers, which are along the Golden Ring Road as well. It's about a 36-minute drive or 47 kilometers to get there. This is some of the scenery that we saw along the way. I absolutely love the amount of mountains there are, as well as just the landscape and how often it changed. One thing you would notice is the lack of trees in Iceland. These were some of the most trees that we saw on our whole trip in Iceland.
In 600 meters at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Laugarvatnsvegur, Route 37.
Like many European countries, they primarily use roundabouts. What's interesting though about Iceland is the people on the inside of the roundabout have right of way over the people on the outer edge of the roundabout. That is something that is unique to Iceland, and they're the only country like that. First time seeing the Icelandic horses. This is the Geysir's Visitor Center. They have a cafe, restaurant, hotel, spa, and golf course all on site here. There are many boiling mud pits as well as many geysers all throughout this area. The main one now, though, is Strokkur, which erupts every few minutes. First time I've ever seen a geyser. It's not really bad. They were stinky, but it was still fun to watch them. Went inside the gift store / restaurant. The restaurant looked really nice. Everything was crazy packed and busy, though. Tons of tourists right now. It is interesting, though, that there's like people from all over the world. You can just hear all the different accents and languages being spoken. So that's really cool to see. Our next stop is Gullfoss Falls. Really looking forward to this. This is the Great Geyser. It hasn't erupted in many years, but is one of the most famous in the world. Hey, so we just made it to Gullfoss Falls. You can see like right off the road, and the parking is right next to it. This is one of those things I've been really wanting to see ever since I knew we were coming to Iceland. This is like one of the top 5 things we're gonna see on this trip. It looks super impressive. It's my first major waterfall I've ever seen. So yeah, we're gonna go and check it out and see what we think. Into the waterfall, it's so strong, so windy. The rain's like right in our face. Oh my gosh, it's super cold. But it's gotta be worth it, that's for sure.
This is all I got.
That is nice. Oh, and it's so windy. I don't know if you can hear me. This is blowing us around. Oh, that's awesome. Wow, the wind is so strong. That's awesome. Hells, yeah. Oh, my stuff's oh. This is Gullfoss Falls, the most beautiful waterfall I've ever seen. That trail down there was actually closed off. We weren't allowed to go down there at this time because of all the snow and ice. The wind up here was so strong, it was actually blowing people over and making it very hard to do any filming, but it was a ton of fun. Gullfoss Falls means Golden Falls, and in the summertime, over 5,000 cubic feet of water per second comes rushing over the waterfall, making it the largest by volume waterfall in all of Europe. This is Gullfoss Falls Visitor Center. It's a great place to warm up, use the restroom. You can also grab a bite to eat, as they have a cafeteria and they also have a very nice gift shop. Also, there is no fee to get into Gullfoss, and there is no fee for any parking. It's absolutely free. Gullfoss Falls was amazing to see. It was epic. Definitely worth seeing. I would rate it a 10 out of 10. It was a lot of fun. The wind made it very cold and wet. For the most part, stage dry, this actually proved to be waterproof, so thankful for that. We are at our next destination, Bruarhlod. It's like, apparently it's a canyon with river running through it, so we're gonna go check that out. But I enjoyed checking out Gullfoss. It was definitely a huge highlight. So anyway, checking this next place out. So we're at Bruarhlod. I know I'm probably saying that, probably butchering that name. I don't think this is well known with tourists, or maybe it's not just the big tourist spot. It seemed like we were just ahead of the tourist bus by like a little bit, like they stopped at a restaurant or they stopped to stay long on the gift shops or something. By the time we got out of the place we were seeing, the tour bus would arrive and just people started pouring out. So many people. There's literally no one here, and it is beautiful. I'm actually kind of upset that it's not summertime and we can't go kayaking or canoeing down here, because apparently that is an option. The water is super clean and pure. It looks really deep. It's actually going pretty fast, but I don't know. This is probably the most peaceful spot on the Golden Circle we've been on so far. Like, no traffic. There were like, I don't know, maybe 6 people when we first arrived, but they all left, so it's kind of nice just to have some peace and quiet. Yeah, I would wonder if there is a better shot of the canyon. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck my knee. Fuck.
I love your little karate. Yeah, break it again.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Here, wait a second. I got an idea. Okay, we gotta throw the ice chunk into the water. Make a splash.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, they weigh like 100 pounds. We're not. We're not. Are you? You got this. You're not even on camera yet. Okay, go.
Okay. I got an ice chunk. We're throwing it in.
Let's throw shit in the water.
It's gonna take me in with it.
Okay, go. Oh.
That was just cool as I thought.
That's what they made editing for.
Someone lost their beanie. The clouds cleared up though.
Yeah, it's
turned to a really nice day.
If it clears out, there might be one.
Still windy though. Dude, that water is so. I bet that looks really deep.
Those guys are coming from over there. Where the waterfalls.
Yeah, it's probably coming off of Gullfoss. I think I could jump that. That was a little too much. This canyon is very famous in the summertime for its kayaking and rafting. There are also many trails that you can explore and bridges to cross back and forth over the canyon. If you like hiking, this would be a great place to do it. Yeah, sun coming out, like just awesome. Next stop is Skaholt Church, one of the oldest church sites in all of Iceland. This area also used to be the capital of Iceland. This is a recreation of one of the old churches and what it would have looked like many hundreds of years ago. There was no one around and the church itself was locked, but this was open, so we went in and checked this out. This church is made out of sod, which is what they used to make almost all the buildings in Iceland out of. This small church is still active and they hold services here. Just made it from Skaholt Church, and now we're at Kerid Crater. Gonna go check this bad boy out and see what we think. This is Kerid Crater, one of the most popular places to see along the Golden Ring Road. It is about 55 meters deep, 170 meters wide, and 270 meters in circumference. You're free to walk around along the top of it, or you can follow the path and go down to the bottom, even with the lake. Here is Kerid Crater. I don't know if any of that's gonna be heard, because it's so windy, it's so loud. Here it is. It's just as bad as the Gullfoss, if not worse. It's so bad. It's not doing it justice. That's like 200 feet deep. This is the path that takes you down to be even with the lake. One of the reasons why Kerid Crater is so popular is because of the different colors of soil that you can clearly see. The depth of the lake is between 7 and 14 meters depending on rainfall. Just walked up those stairs. I don't know, it's probably like 150 or so. It's like a 200-foot decline. It was fun walking down but not walking up, that's for sure. It was cool to check out. I don't know why it's such a big tourist attraction, other than like if you're here you might as well see it. It is the first thing that was charged. You have to pay 450 Icelandic krona to go in, which is like a little under $5. So not the biggest price, but at the same time it's like not that impressive. Still kind of cool to see. Probably be better in the summertime, but this is the town of Selfoss. It has about 6,500 people. It is the biggest town in the southwest of Iceland. This is one of the last stops along the Golden Ring Road, and a great place to stop and grab a bite to eat before heading back to Reykjavik.
What the fuck does that say? A Jenny?
And then make sure it's zoomed out all the way.
Zoomed out.
Make sure
Yep. This is what the people want to see, huh?
In 600 meters at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Sørlandsvegård.
If you could pan around a little bit for us and then come back to me.
There you go.
You said you were going to help me, man.
I did not. I never said that. No, I did not. And then out we go. Oh, look at this. A beautiful mountain. And then panoramic view. Oh my goodness. And then shaky. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
We just had dinner at the food hall in Selfoss.
The food hall.
The food hall in Selfoss. I had chicken Alfredo. And now we're heading back to Reykjavik. You said you wanted to try a coffee shop?
Yes.
So I think that's how we're going to wrap up our day. Warm up with some nice hot coffee.